Hello everybody, Grim Ninja here, and welcome back to Dredge. So we're going to be continuing where we left off last time, which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we were going to deal with the buckle, I think? I'm going to need to double check what we were doing last time. I genuinely don't remember. It's been a while since I last recorded Dredge. Okay, we are in Great Marrow. Let me check. Let's check our pursuits. Okay, so we're dealing with the belt buckle and we're searching for relics. Check our map. Yeah, so we're gonna do the belt buckle first. I'm gonna turn off the light because we don't need it right now. Okay, so those aren't gonna be any good soon. Now I'm gonna do the belt buckle first because it requires me to go outside of the area, which means friend could potentially get to me. While on the way there, I'm actually gonna grab that message in a bottle. Got caught there. I want to check my... okay, let's do this. And I guess this? It's not the greatest layout. I don't really like the shape of those crabs. There's fabric there. Okay, so that's glowing. So that's where we're going to get the buckle, I think. Let's go ahead and grab these. Yeah, okay. So that's not what we need. We need this, I think. Yeah, okay. So we got the bronze belt buckle. That's great. What do we have here? I can't... Is this scrap? Yeah, it's scrap metal. We can't fit that in the boat right now. What do we got? Hold on. Pursuits. Return the buckle. Yep, okay. Messages. We had a slight accident yesterday on the shallows at the back of Greater Marrow. A rock seemingly appeared out of nowhere and struck the front of the boat. It did not penetrate the hull, but it jostled us around and a few items fell overboard into the water. We did not see what they were, which is of some concern, but we believe all important articles are accounted for. He has been checking over some notes from the boat renaming ceremony. He's paranoid that he performed the steps incorrectly. I have never known him to be so superstitious. Oh, okay, so I know what that is. It's because she kept the thing from that had the name of the previous boat. We don't have room for anything with flounder. Do I have a thing that can pick up oceanic? I do. Okay, so I can start catching sharks. I think after I drop off some of this stuff, I'm actually gonna try and catch myself a shark. I guess on the way back, since it's still early, I'm gonna catch a few fish. Just so we can make some money. Because we are gonna need money for getting better stuff later. I'll take that. Lumpy mackerel. I'm gonna have to check the details on that. A writhing mass of lumps twisting and pulling their way under the scales of their vessel. How long can it have lived like this? I don't like that. That's kind of disturbing. I mean, they're all disturbing, but that one in particular is quite disturbing. Okay, so we're coming back to Little Marrow. We're gonna go to the trader. We're going to sell the old iron chain. We're not selling the bronze belt buckle, that's important. I want to hold on to the signet ring. Just in case. And we'll talk to the father. I give him the belt buckle. This is his. Oh, thank you. Bless you. You've returned him to me. Please take this. I've not any money to pay you, but this might hold some value to you. It does. Thank you for the research part, sir. I'd better go. Okay, so we're gonna undock. Do I have space for anything? I don't. I literally couldn't pick up any fish if I wanted to. The best I can pick up is a crab right now. And none of the lights on the crab traps are on, so I'm not going to be getting any crabs. Oh, here we go. What do we got? Why did I do that? It's right here. Correct engine operation. Engines provide 5% more movement speed than listed. It does feel like I'm moving a little faster. Not like a lot faster, but it's a little faster. Alright, so we are going to be staying out tonight because I need to pick up those crab traps, and I'd also like to fish up some squid and maybe some groupers. Fishmonger's door is barred from the inside. Oh. I guess I'm just putting all this fish in here for now. I'm gonna move the Signet ring here. I'm gonna put this away. I'm gonna do a little research. What do I want next? I've got these. I need the money for these. Because once we upgrade engine space, I'm going to want 2 of those. All I'm missing is metal and money. So I'm not worried about engines. Do I want to get another thing, like another pot? Hardy crab pot. Okay, so right now I have the hardy one, which lasts for 5 days and gets about 2 crabs per day. There's a large crab pot, which lasts 3 days, but has a higher capacity, which will allow me to get more bigger crabs, in case. Efficient crab pot catches more crabs on average per day. I'm going to go with the large crab pot, which unlocks the massive crab pot. It's a 5x5, lasts for 6 days, catches 2 to 3 per day. I'm going to want that at some point. So let's start with going to the shipwright. There's no point in buying that engine yet. Hold on, let me check my storage. Okay, so I've bought one. I am actually going to... Oh, I don't have the money for the second one. That's why I was catching fish. Shoot. Well, I can't do anything here. I can't do anything here yet. I can't make money because the fishmonger's closed. But I'm going to go and pick up these crab pots since they are currently destroyed. And can I get them repaired? $45. Alright, so our crab pots are fixed. We are going to undock. Switch to crab pot. We're going to drop one here. Drop one here. I'm going to turn on my light. I actually want to drop one of these crab pots off at Little Marrow. That's friend. I can see it. I can see that's friend. It's funny. I used to be absolutely terrified of this game because of creatures like friend. But now just seeing friend is just an entertainment for me. I couldn't tell you why. I just think it's hilarious to see the boat go by, have him honk back at you, and is just not what he is. You know what I mean? Okay, I don't know why I'm parking. I don't want to park. I'm gonna drop this. I'm gonna start heading back. Friend is far away. I want to see if I can scoop up some of these suckers while friend is at a large distance away. I think that's the real boat. Can you get one more? Can we get one more? And now, time to head back in. We gotta move slowly because of the rocks. Now we should be... Oh, no. No, no. You don't get to turn off. Turn back on. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and sell all my fish. Sell my fish from storage. And then... I'm gonna buy... Do I buy the crab pots now, or do I buy another engine first? I'm gonna buy another one of these. That way I have it. Once I upgrade the thing. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Pursuits. The only current thing is to search for relics. However, what I want to do is find some scrap metal. I want to get scrap metal because I want to finish... Well, I need to get some fish as well. But I want scrap metal because I want to purchase... the space for the upgraded engines. So I'm going to... First and foremost, I'm going to go catch a shark. Because I haven't caught a shark yet. Bronze whaler. Okay, yep, and I do still have space for scrap metal. And I know we're going to find scrap metal around the back of Little Marrow. We saw some yesterday. Encyclopedia, bronze whaler. A beautifully colored but deadly predator. Now, I am keeping an eye out because I know there's one type of fish that appears in this area. There. Okay, this is going to be risky. This is going to be very risky. Because I can always get another bronze whaler, but sailfish don't appear nearly as often and appear further out. So getting them is not easy. That whale just scared the hell out of me. Okay, so I'm going to discard the whaler and get a sailfish. And now we need to head back quickly because it is already 3 p.m. Now there should be metal scrap around here somewhere. Was there not metal scrap around here somewhere? I think that's it right there. If I'm gonna do this, I need to be quick. You know what? No, looking at the time, I think it's best that I wait until, because dredging takes a while. And since dredging takes a while, it is going to be much safer for me to head back now. So I'm going to grab some squid while I'm here. Brood squid. We'll take a look at that once we get back to Great Marrow. Oh, there's an aberration there. For a black grouper. Grim wants aberration. Tusk grouper. Okay, so that we got the tusk grouper. So I'm going to toss the cod because it is stale at this point. Everything else is fresh. So I'm going to take that. And that's that. So now we're going to head back to Great Marrow, sell all this to the fishmonger, and we're going to look... Oh, the crab pots. I don't have room for you. I do have room for you, though. So I'll take the little crab. Let's go to the fishmonger. We're going to sell everything. And we're going to leave, and we're going to check the cabin. Brood squid. Tentacles sprout from a glowing core inside a gelatinous sac. Other cores lay dormant alongside. We still need a cod We're missing 2 aberrations of cod and an aberration of mackerel. 2 aberrations of mackerel. What is that? An abyssal fish. Oh, that's one of... Okay, so in this game, if I'm not mistaken, there are 3 or 4 basically legendary fish. Getting them is incredibly difficult because finding them is incredibly difficult. Like, it says unknown. You have no way of finding it. There's no aberration of them. But there's one in each of the 4 main areas besides the marrows, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So there's this guy who I'm almost positive appears in the first area. I don't remember what it's called. There's this one which appears, I believe, in the volcanic area. There's this one here, the one that says mangrove, that appears in the swamp area. And this abyssal one, I'm almost positive, appears in the stellar basin. It's bad that's the only one that I remember what the area is called. So it's stellar basin. I know the fiery area is devil's spine or something like that. Yeah, so we're missing 2 mackerel aberrations, and we're missing 2 cod aberrations. We're missing a grouper aberration, or not a grouper. We're missing 2 flounder aberrations. The sailfish. Oh, sailfish is annoying as hell. We're missing 2 aberrations of sailfish. All right, well, we have money. We have the 2 engines we want. We don't have... I'm gonna undock, because even though it's nighttime, I want to pick up my crabs so that I have space for more crabs to show up. Oh, we missed the trophy. Darn. I need to be more careful. Okay, this is how you know that this is a real boat. Because it's coming towards me. Oh, that's the ghost ship. I forgot. I'll be honest, I forgot that the quote-unquote real boat isn't a real boat. It's a ghost ship. See, I mentioned there are 3 ships. There's a real boat. There's the ghost ship, which can actually hit you if you don't honk soon enough. And then there's Friend, who is not a boat. Friend is not a boat. Friend is not a friend either. Friend is... What is the real fish called? Pretty sure it's called a night angler or something like that. Or, sorry, the friend is the night angler. I believe the real life fish is called the anglerfish, if I'm not mistaken. Which makes sense because it's called the night angler. It's an angler that only shows up at night. We're going to take the crab. Is there anything else interesting here that I can... Oh, that scared the crap out of me. Okay, so that thing that you just saw, we've seen it before in a previous episode. What that is it only shows up when you're... I wasn't even looking at that rock. I was looking at Friend there, and then I looked down and the rock is just there. So that thing, like the rocks, only shows up when you're getting really crazy at night. Yeah, there's a rock there. That rock has no reason to be there. Why would I ever go there? And what it does is if it manages to hit your boat, so if you're not moving enough, what happens is... I'm actually going to store the Signet ring and see if that does anything. Sorry, as I was saying, what happens is it infects your fish and makes them less valuable. It is annoying as all get out. So we're going to rest. We're going to get up slightly before the morn. And we are going to go to the back of Little Marrow. Ooh, there's an aberration here. And it's mackerel. Can we get the new one of the new mackerel aberrations? Many-eyed mackerel. Might as well fish up all this mackerel while we're here. I do need to keep space for scrap metal. Right, let's check encyclopedia. Many-eyed mackerel. Gill plates dotted with eyeballs. Superfluous, but scanning frantically. All eyes see right through you. That is... Oh, that is eerie. I don't want my hawkhorn. There's bronze whaler there, but I'll bring a bronze whaler back at some point. That crab pot is ready. I'll grab it on the way back. Right now my priority is getting my hands on some of that scrap metal so that I can finally upgrade my engine space. Here's the thing. I don't know if you've noticed, but to upgrade my main ship, I need to get all the other upgrades of that stage. So I'm trying to upgrade those so that I can get more space on my boat. Oh, it's cool. There's still some scrap metal. We're going to grab some extra scrap metal. This does mean we're going to have to get rid of some mackerel, though. Oh, my. Hold on. I need to do some reorganizing here. Let's take you, move this here, do that. I don't like that we're throwing out so much fish, but they are just mackerel. They don't sell for much. Oh, sorry about that, guys. All right, so it is 3. We are going to head back. Wait. Yeah, no, we don't have... I was going to say, I know there's fabric right there, but we don't have room for the fabric. Maybe I can grab one fabric and... Is that a whale? Oh, it's orcas. Cool. I'm going to grab that, get rid of one of the mackerel. It is getting... Dolphin? Or is that the orcas? I don't know if orcas make the same noise. What is that? Oh, it's just a buoy. Flounder. Now, I'm imagining some of you guys are thinking, well, why don't you just progress the main story? And the answer is, I will. But the further we go, the bigger the average size of the fish. So, my solution is to, of course, is to wait until I can upgrade the space on my boat so that I can actually catch more fish in the later areas instead of having to constantly go back and forth between the selling point. Don't have space for you. I do have space for you. This is what I mean, is that if I had more space, I might be able to actually pick up those crabs. So let's go to the fishmonger. Sell those. We're gonna go to the dry dock. Let's start with engines. Put the metal here and purchase. So now we have more engine space. Now we have metal. So we're gonna put scrap metal here for later. And then here we are missing cloth. Now, as you can see, that net space intercepts with my hydraulic rod. So I'm not gonna be using the net just yet because there aren't any... There are some fish in the game that can only be caught with a net. However, I don't have any of those right now. Like, none of those exist just yet. I don't think I'll encounter anything like that until the Stellar Basin. So I'm not worried about the net just yet. But I do still need to get the net for the hull. So let's see, what am I missing total to upgrade my hull? I'm gonna need four fabric, 5 lumber, 4 fabric, 5 lumber, 2 scrap metal. And what is that last thing? What is that last thing? I don't know what that last thing is. Oh, it's some of those special items. Okay, so, there are certain special items that there are a limited amount of on the map, if I'm not mistaken. And I forgot that you cannot obtain those unless you can get certain things. For example, one of those items is right back around here. However, you cannot obtain it. Okay, I'm gonna dredge this up right here, in there. You can't see it because my thing can't go above the rocks. But that thing there is basically like good metal. And unfortunately, most of it is locked behind these walls. And you cannot get rid of these walls until you clear most of the second area's quest. And I completely forgot that, so I am gonna need to actually progress. I just noticed these massive bones here. That is terrifying. I can only imagine what those bones belong to. Alright, so we got the key relic. Is there anywhere I can put this? I'm gonna do this here. There's an oceanic fish over there, but it's way too late for me to go get that. What is that? Hold on. Is that tuna? Is that what that is back there? It's hard to tell. Okay, so we can't get Yeah, it's that. Yep, I thought so. So we unfortunately can't get that until we're basically right in the middle of the second area's quest. So unfortunately, I won't be able to upgrade my hull like I was hoping for. Grab that whaler and head back. Now, one thing that you'll see consistently is I'm going to be neglecting my crab pots. The only reason for my crab pots is that they're a little extra income when I have the space. So I'll mostly be picking up my crab pots at night when like in this safe area. All other crab pots will be nearby like a selling point because there's a lot of like unsafe areas out in the world. And at least this area, there's no big threats. There are situational threats, but there are no big threats. Haven't seen that strange red light in a while. I wonder what it was. I wonder. I'm gonna store the cloth. Actually, don't I need a cloth for one of the things? Yeah, I need one of the cloths for... There, so now we can hold nets, but we're not gonna be using nets. If I check research, I want to see what nets we have. So we could get the improved trawl net, which catches about 10 fish per day, has a capacity of 5 times 6, lasts for 2 days. Up here we have the net that allows me to catch in mangrove, net that allows me... Oh, wait. So this only catches coastal. This allows me to catch in mangrove and shallow. This one allows volcanic and coastal. This allows me to catch coastal and shallow. And this one allows catching coastal and oceanic. Oh, there's going to be some oceanic fish that can only get caught in this thing, isn't there? Oh, that's going to be annoying as all get out. So we are going to put this in the storage. I don't know why the key is so big compared to like scrap metal. Okay, there is a way more efficient way of doing this. Or maybe not. Okay, we're gonna move back. Because I want to make space in case... Keep this out in case the ghost ship shows up. I don't see anything right now, but you never know. Okay, insanity has started, so we're now going to start seeing problems. Take all that. He didn't turn or disappear. That's friend. Wait, what? Oh my goodness, there's 2 of friend. I have never seen that before. I did not think that was possible. There are 2 of friend. That is something to keep an eye on. Pick that up. Pick that up. Oh my goodness. 2 of friend. I don't even know how to process this. I thought there was only one night angler. I didn't realize there could be two of them. And so now that I think about it, guys, there are actually 4 ships, because I know you can get rammed by another fishing boat that isn't the ghost ship if they aren't paying attention. So there's a regular boat, there's the ghost ship, there's apparently up to 2 night anglers, and there's an actual ship somewhere out there that needs your help. So there's 5 other ships. So I need to find lumber. I'm not sure where I'm going to find lumber. Maybe around the other island. But for now, okay, I'm going to put out, actually I can put out my crab pots as I leave. So I'm going to rest. We're going to wake up now. And we need to go see the collector. I forgot to update my engines. No wonder I'm going so slow. I was like, I don't seem to be going any faster, but it's because I didn't update, I didn't switch out my engines. I'm gonna go to the mansion. You enter the collector's house. He's standing at the back of the room, still holding the silver and crimson book. He seems impatient. Well, you have something, don't you? Show me. You hand him the key. The cold metal shimmers a strange shine as he holds it. The shape of the key, the teeth, the head, now somehow seem changed. Smaller. Has it always been this way? Is this all? Where's the lock? The collector grows agitated. It seems the pieces we're looking for have traveled further than I anticipated. Much further, I suspect. In that case, allow me to aid your travels. He turns a few pages in his book and mutters something low under his breath. A burst of light fills your vision and you stagger back briefly. Ability unlocked, Haste. Otherworldly speed at a price. Now go. We have more relics to uncover. My intuition tells me that the current may have carried some debris to the southeast, towards Gale Cliffs. Make that your priority. I'll mark a location on your map where you can begin your search. Anything else? The words you read from that book, what did they do to me? The book holds power from the deep. I merely extended its powers to you, towards you. Is there one in particular you wish to know more about? Haste? The words of haste are instant and cruel. They will impart a terrible speed to your vessel. Be warned, however, it may put a great deal of stress on your engines. So basically, if I remember correctly from when I previously played this game, haste gives you a speed boost, but if you hold it for too long, it'll damage your hull and damage one of your engines. How long have you lived here? Quite some time. I used to be a fisherman, as was my father before. But 2 decades ago, I took up residence here. I needed to focus on other endeavors. I found that this island has a certain strength to it. Those dark basalt columns stretching downwards into the deep. Do you know who owned these relics? Yes. Who? He looks at you. For a moment, a look of something like regret flashes in his eyes. An old friend. Anything else? Okay, so he's just repeating. Okay, so yeah, so pursuit, search for relics has been up. It wasn't even updated map. Yeah, so I need to head down to Gale Cliffs. I'm gonna say it now. Out of all 4 of these areas, Gale Cliffs is the one I like the least. It is confusing, it is easy to get lost, and the threat isn't just constantly there. The threat has triggers. When you go somewhere, the threat will trigger and you need to escape it or hide from it, which is not easy to do. The problem being that you don't get the best way of getting rid of him until you beat Gale Cliffs. And that is another ability that allows you to send these creatures away. So unfortunately, you're stuck using haste to get you're stuck either trying to hide from it, or you're stuck using haste in these narrow these narrow passageways to try and escape it. But it's such narrow passageways that chances are you're gonna run into something. It is so nasty. Oh my god, I couldn't possibly. Alright, well, haste adds speed to your engines, but increases panic and engine heat. Yeah, increases panic. So panic makes shit show up. So that's really bad in open waters. Like, it's gonna be one of the only ways for me to reach Gale Cliffs with, like, weaker engines. Oh yeah, and if engines overheat, I mean, I'm guessing you guys can guess what happens if the engines overheat. I mean, like, it seems pretty darn obvious. Now, before I head to Gale Cliffs, which is that way. Oh, let me check my map. Yeah, Gale Cliffs is over that way. Before I head over that way, I want to get lumber to increase my light space. So we're going to be stuck here in the Marrows for a little longer. So I'm going to go ahead and... So we're going to be stuck here for another couple days. So first thing I'm going to do... Lighthouse Keeper emerges from the dark forest that flanks the town. She walks towards the dock with a confused look on her face. Oh, it's you. Who were you expecting? Your engine. It sounds like... I'm sorry. I mistook it for the vessel of an old friend. Dejected, she turns and walks back towards the lighthouse. Okay, that's kind of weird. How am I going to storage? I need to go to the fishmonger. Plus $139. Okay. We're gonna so we need wood, and we're gonna finally equip these engines that I've been meaning to. So we're going to uninstall this. Uninstall this. Install this. And then install this. It's a weird shape for the engine, but whatever. So yeah, so, because these give me basically a little over plus 50. These two engines give me about 25. And then even if I were to add one more with the space I have now, that would still only give me about 40 knots. So can I sell this? I can sell this. I'm gonna keep it just in case though. You never know when I might get a shape that benefits to have that. So I'm actually gonna go out. Oh my god, yeah. We move so much faster now. Look at this. Without even using haste. Yeah, without even using haste, we can reach Little Marrow in like no time. This, I do need to be careful, because if I'm not careful, I'm gonna run right into rocks, which is why Better engines should always be accompanied by better lights. Unfortunately, I can't get better lights until I get more lumber. So tomorrow we're gonna head off to the other group of islands. What was it called? Steel Point. We're gonna be heading to Steel Point. Perfect fit. Oh yeah, we're gonna be heading to Steel Point so that I can try and find some lumber. Yeah, we're gonna go to the shipwright. We're going to repair. We're going to rest for a bit. We're gonna wake up at 4 a.m. even though it's a little early. Switch to the crab pot. We're gonna drop one here, drop one here, drop one here. Now I don't have to worry about insanity. Whoop. What do we got there? Scrap metal. You know what? We'll grab it since we're here. Oh, but I just remembered something. There's no storage box on Steel Point right now. That could be a problem. It means I might have to drop something that I don't want to drop. Okay, there's money right there. There's a sailfish. Oh, I want that sailfish. Going for the sailfish. Look, we've come this far. It's only 10 a.m. This is great. Well, that's a problem. I'm gonna trash the sailfish. I'm only fishing up the sailfish to try and get... Cool, I used up all the sailfish without getting what I wanted. Awesome. Okay, so there's scrap metal there. Can't get a glimpse around. Is there any... There's no lumber. No, I might as well dredge some other stuff and then rest there for the night, since I'm not worried about money at the moment. So let's put that there. That's money. I'm not worried about money. That's scrap. I don't have... Well, I have room for one scrap. Okay, I'll grab this scrap. Yeah, I have room for one. Now it's... We're gonna head back here because it's nighttime, and the last thing I want is to deal with Friend. While I'm out here, I will not be dealing with Friend until I have a certain ability that I mentioned that we get after Gale Cliffs. So let's talk to the builder. Hey, thanks again for helping me move out here. I've managed to get myself set up now. I found this while I was unpacking. You should take it. She hands you a book. The cover is dusty, but in otherwise good condition. If you ever need to use the dock or store stuff here, be my guest. There's a storage box! Yes, let's go. I'm gonna put the signet ring down here. It's kind of ruining my vibe up here. What's the new fish? The engineer's companion. Okay. I mean, I'm gonna just rest. And wait until 5. I would wait until 4, but I'm pretty sure that around 4, I might still have to deal with friend. Oh, we got lumber. We got lumber. We got lumber right here. What was that? Did anyone else see something right there? Am I going crazy? I might be going crazy, guys. I could have sworn I saw something there. I didn't bother changing. I thought we were there. Let's see what other stuff we can get. This is scrap. Let's get some scrap metal. Now you may think, well, why is he wasting time getting all this like material that he can't even use yet until he beats the second area? The answer is, the more material I get now, the less material I need to waste time getting in more threatening areas later. Because this stuff respawns. So if I just get it all now, if I just get it all now, I don't have to worry about it later. Nope, that's not material. Stingray, whaler, cod, mackerel. Maybe I'll catch some stingray. Then again, my ship still doesn't have the ideal layout for catching stingray. Oh, we got lumber over here too. I'm gonna grab this lumber. Can I get through without having a problem? I can. Haha. We're gonna grab this lumber, and luckily we're in a safe place. Friend cannot reach us here. Only one lumber? Oh man. You know what? I'm gonna catch some flounder. Because we are missing 2 aberrated flounder. Oh, well, I guess we're not getting an aberrated flounder. I'm gonna stop here so that we can sell that goblet we got. Trader. Storage. I'm gonna sell this to you. We're gonna go to my storage, store this. And now we are going to head back. What am I? Stingray, grouper. There's more lumber. I know I shouldn't because it's near the edge. It's risky. But, like, come on, guys. It's... I'm also worried about my flounder. It's probably getting stale by now. Oh, we've gone insane. Okay, that's friend. I can see something clipping through the boat, so that is definitely friend. What about that? That is also friend. Yep, okay, so there's... I never realized that there were 2 night anglers. Very interesting. Very important to know. Take all these. Oh, we got a research part. Ah. Malignant pincer. Teal tumors secrete a slimy substance over cracks and joints. Its massive claw shudders as it fights for control. Oh my god. That is awful. Well, we're going to stop here. Store that. Store these. We're going to go put the wood here so that we can finally upgrade our lights. And we're going to go to the shipwright. And we're going to buy... Oh, hold on. Gives me 150. That's 1,800. Put that away. Yeah, this is a lot better. I want that. I'm gonna see the fishmonger. I'm gonna sell you this. I'm not selling you the malignant pincer though, because... What was that? The malignant pincer... is one of... So, remember the... You guys remember the painter, right? The painter takes... Okay, so I have to go into the paint section. So we're going to do hull. Yeah, sharp mint. Okay. Right, so we can deliver this. So now once we get the cerebral crab, once we have the... Yeah, so the painter takes the color, takes the aberrated crabs and gives us a second use for them. So we are going to rest at this spot. And next time, we're going to head over to the Gale Cliffs. So thank you everyone so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. And tell me what is the most eerie thing you've seen in this game so far watching. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see all of you next time.